Hey, John here. So in this video we're going to learn the lick you just heard in the beginning, and if you're not used to a lot of fast alternate picking stuff, this one is a good one to check out. Even though it might be a bit beyond your abilities right now, it's always a good idea to see what's possible once you get a bit better. And also a lot of the things that you learn by going through this lick is going to be applicable to whatever stage of your alternate picking journey. It takes you through several different 3-note per string positions, and 3-note per string scales are very useful when it comes to alternate picking, especially in this sort of rock metal context. And we also have this long single string line which will help your synchronization a lot. So it's really helpful to focus on single string exercises if you're not used to alternate picking, because then you don't have to worry about all the string crossing stuff. And I've found that a lot of people have basically left all the single string exercises behind. Since like most things, it's about the fundamentals, and if your fundamentals are not strong, it's going to be really hard to progress in any kind of logical and reliable manner. So don't skip out on that. I'm also going to show you a great way to practice longer lines like this, so you can ensure that you're not losing the accuracy in your pursuit of speed, because speed without being clean is not really worth much in my opinion. You have tabs available for this one, and they're actually free on my Patreon for this one, so you just check out the link in the description. And for the actual software to be able to play along with the tabs and practice with them and all that stuff, I use Guitar Pro to make all these tabs, and I've just teamed up with Guitar Pro. And this is not a sponsored video per se, but I do have a 10% off link in the description, which is an affiliate link. So if you click that, you will help the channel, but you also get 10% off. So it's a win-win. Anyway, let's start here on the 8th fret. When I'm gonna go up like this, 8, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12. And we're gonna repeat that in octaves. And then we're gonna lead up to the 19th fret here. This might seem fairly easy when you just look at it, but it's a lot of string crossing going on here. So we have only 3 notes per string. And we don't repeat any strings, we just go up like that. So it takes a lot out of your alternate picking technique. All right, so once you're up here on the 19th fret, we're gonna go down in groups of 3 like this. That point. And this is just the E minor, E natural minor scale. And a good way to think about these groups, instead of thinking of 3, 3, 3, think of it as groups of 6 instead, because then you can focus on the downstrokes. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't necessarily need to accent them like I did here, but it's a good thing to sort of have in your mind that it's going to sync up every 2 position shifts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a very helpful thing when you play it faster. All right, so last bit here is basically the reverse of what we did here, but we stick to a scale pattern. But it's still going to be that sort of tricky, just a scale going down, and here we had a scale going up to this point, and then we just play the open string. So we're going to go that's it. So try to think of these bigger shapes as groups of 6 basically. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Way easier than to just try to think like, oh, I have a barrage of string crossing here. You can actually get an idea or sense of where your right hand should be picking wise. So down, 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 down. Same thing with this one. Down, 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 down. All right, so if I put everything together here, practice-wise here, it's a good idea to go through the whole thing with accents and just rely on your foot, because your foot needs to be on each one here. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to have to keep the tempo quite low initially, because you're going to accent the 1, the 2, the 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you can see my right hand here is going to be downstrokes on 1, upstrokes on 2, down on 3, up on 4, down on 5, up on 6. So basically all uneven numbers will be downstrokes, and all even numbers will be upstrokes. So we're gonna go like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Then if that was successful, you do it again, but now you're gonna hit the second 16-note triplet. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you hit the third, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the purpose of this is to make sure that you can hear all the notes that you're playing. Because it's easy if you do, that kind of stuff, and you only accent the 1, it can be easy to kind of not hear that the rest of the notes aren't that accurate. And I've heard this with a lot of even famous players when they play fast stuff and it's not quite clear, you can hear sort of the first note of each grouping is gonna be very clear, because that's what they've been focusing on. Because if you go through this and maybe every accent is fine until you get up to, let's say, the fourth note, and you notice that, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you notice that, the string crossing isn't clean, or, you get some synchronization issue somewhere. And that's super important to deal with, and usually dealing with it just means that you slow it down so it's not there when you practice. Because if you just keep repeating things, that's practicing, right? And if you keep repeating mistakes, you're basically practicing your mistakes, and then they will never get better. And this also comes down to listening. So I have a student that had real issues with synchronization, and what we found out after a while was that he wasn't really listening to what he was doing. Right? And that when he realized that and he started to really focus on what he was doing in terms of what it sounded like, his technique improved a lot, and much quicker than usual as well, because he wouldn't sit there outside of the lesson and work on things that aren't really accurate, right? So that's super important. Maybe a bit of a misunderstood part of this technique stuff, because music really has everything to do with your ears. So the better you can hear, the better you can address problems as you practice. Because like I said, whenever you repeat something over and over again, if it's not the way that you ultimately want it to be, then you're setting yourself up for failure down the line. And that's not going to be fun when you realize that you basically kept digging a hole instead of changing things and fixing it on the spot. And if you can hear what you're doing more clearly, it's going to improve everything that you do on the instrument. Back in the day, I used to have real issues with fast alternate picking when it came to 2 notes per string. I was fine with 3 notes per string, but the 2 notes per string thing was a bit harder to crack. So if you struggle with fast alternate picking as well, and you don't know what to practice or for how long, I've created the perfect solution for you in the form of the Pentatonic Picking Power Book. So in this book, you'll find a daily workout that will not only help your pentatonic picking, but will also upgrade your overall alternate picking technique. So it contains basically the same exercises I use myself to develop my picking abilities, as well as numerous students over the years that I've given the same exercise to with great results. So I know these exercises work as long as you put in the work. So it's not a quick solution or quick fix. It will still take a lot of work, but at least you have a very easy to follow routine. So if you're up for a big alternate picking upgrade in 2024, I cannot think of a better start.